Hey, Clark. How do you think the addition of Will Levis has, or what do you think that has done for UK's offense based on how he has played this season?
He's fit really nicely into their identity. I mean, obviously he's got a really skilled running back. They have an efficient offense on early downs, sets up convertible third downs, and he's been really effective in getting completions and moving the chains. And he's a good player that's making it go for them and has some really good tools around him that have been helpful in that effort. So he's made a big impact for him and will continue to, and will present challenges to us this weekend.
Aria?
What is the status of Ken Seals and Rocco Griffin right now?
So I'll start with Rocco. Rocco was back at practice yesterday, trending towards being available. I would say he's still questionable. He needs to make it through this week's practice, but we're hopeful for him. And Ken's back. I think we're just using this week to determine is he back to 100% and ready to lead the offense. And we'll make a decision on that later in the week. But he's back and practice fully, and we're excited to have him back. It's been great. It was great yesterday to have him back out there slinging it around. So we'll see how he responds through the week and make a decision later in the week on who starts.
Chris?
Hey, Clark, just checking the status of De'Rickey Wright, please.
So De'Rickey is still working through those standards of being a part of the program. He's done a great job responding. Gonna continue to track that through the week, and we'll see about his availability. But we are encouraged and hopeful that he can be a part of this and support him totally. So unsure yet of his availability Saturday, but working through that this week.
Teresa?
Clark, how much did that break give your team, besides just the chance to heal up a little bit, but maybe give a little bit of a fresh start here for a final push to wrap up the season?
Well, that's the message. And I think it was for all of us. I mean, we've been through a lot in the first 9 games and learned a lot. I think every team this time of year is dealing with that late season grind. And so both physically to refresh, mentally to refresh, and like you say, to come back in the final 3 games here, not just to get through them, but to attack and to continue to build this program through the end of the season is important. We want to continue to look for opportunities to develop the depth on our roster and the youth in our roster. And we want to take advantage of all the opportunities we have as Team One to continue to compete and to grow on the field. And so I thought practice yesterday was spirited. It looked like a fresh team, an energized team. And so hopefully the time off gives us a chance to launch here into the finish of the season and battle what every team is battling. That's, again, the accumulation of the grind. And it's a physical grind, it's a mental grind, but I'm excited to watch this team through to the finish.
Robbie? Hey, Clark. Jeremy Musa entered the transfer portal today, but he's on the depth chart. Is he still with the team and available for the UK game? Or what's the deal there, I suppose?
Yeah, so Musa's with us, and he's going to be with us through the finish of the season. And I love Jeremy. We've talked a number of times over the last few weeks. Just about what's best for him, what's best for his future. I mean, Moose needs to play. He's a good player that has a high football IQ that is going to have the ability to play meaningful snaps and start. And we want to give him a chance to pursue that opportunity at the end of the season, and felt like that moving on to that, at least by entering the portal and making known that that's what his future holds. The timing was right, but what I know about Jeremy is that he's going to be totally with us here to the finish. He loves this program. He's done a lot for this program in a reserve role, we support him, and I'm excited for him and want to be helpful to him in finding that home where he has a chance to pursue his dreams of playing. And I think every player should want to do that. And so we support Jeremy totally, and are excited to have him with us and celebrate him here through the finish of the season.
Chris?
Yeah, Clark, I've got some questions about freshmen and redshirt status. First of all, how many have you guys had past the 4-game mark by your count?
We are, we've got quite a few, and to be honest with you, we've spent less time this year focused on, who is redshirting, and more time focused on who can help us win now. So not to dive too far into the specifics of who, what, where, we are aware of those guys that are closing in on approaching 4 games. There are some guys that we've been able to, protect that 4-game rule, and we'll be able to bank this year on the back end of a career. But, for guys that have been positive contributors for us on special teams, we see that as a place early on where we were struggling in coverage units. We made the decision to activate guys and get them game experience. And I think that's going to pay, for every rep that a freshman takes this season, we bank a positive developmental mindset into year 2. And so that's been the focus, and we'll continue to do that, but also here to the finish, be mindful of those guys that are right on the edge. And also the guys that have saved all 4, obviously will be able to play here in the last 3, and we'll be excited to get them to do that.
Yeah, a couple of follow-up questions there, if you don't mind. The game counts, like I think sometimes Pro Football Focus and what's on your site differ. Just looking for some clarity. Devin Lee and Miles Capers, where are they regarding that 4-game threshold?
Within the threshold, and will be playing for us, here to the finish. Obviously, Miles, his first action was last week, and so he has the 4 to the finish point here.
Okay, and with Devin, he can cross it between now and the end of the season. But I hear you saying, right, that he's worth playing.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
you'll protect it. Okay.
We'll protect it, and unless injury creeps in or something where there's a demand on the roster, we'll be mindful of. Again, if we have an opportunity, and for those guys, for the guys that have been covering kicks for us and participating on special teams, we made the decision that was going to be a priority and get them experience that way. For Devin, obviously that's not a part of his role right now. And so, I think particularly with defensive linemen, offensive linemen, to be able to protect where you can, that banking that year makes a lot of sense. And so we'll be mindful of that here to the finish.
Coach, I think that's it. Thanks so much.
All right. Great to see you guys. Thank you.